Okay, I am ready, aimed, and focused this time. I apologize. Jack always used to say I'd walk out of the house without my head if it wasn't attached. He always was teasing me about being absent-minded, and I just tend to forget sometimes. So just please bear with me, and I appreciate you forgiving me. I'm working on the Bluebonnets now in the middle ground. These are, I'm using mixtures of ultramarine blue plus white, and I've already glazed them to make the dark areas darker. So I'm coming back and just adding a little texture. Giving some interest in here. And the light is streaming down over this hill, and these back here will be a little bit more in light. And the light is hitting some of these. Some pop up. Now I'm going to add the little white bonnets on these Bluebonnets. I'm using a little bit of ultramarine blue mixed into my white for these here in the middle ground. The ones in the foreground I'll use pure white on. But then I come back and just accentuate the little white caps. That's why they're called Bluebonnets. They're blue flowers with a little white bonnet. This is our Texas state flower, and all of us Texans can't wait for spring to come. The fields are just, in the hill country, are covered in blue. Blankets of blue, and then we have Indian paintbrush, which are the orange, pinky orange flowers. We have these here in the front are prickly poppies. They're white one. The majority of them are white. Actually, no, they're not prickly poppies. Mickey, those are wine cups, excuse me. But the prickly poppies, most of them are white, but there are also some that are sort of a magenta color too. But these are my wine cups. Now these Bluebonnets here are in shadow, so they're not, the little caps are not as white, not as bright. These back here are in the sun, are a little brighter. Sun is hitting these. I'm using a little bit of white on these right in here, just to really accentuate those. Now I'm going back to my bluer mixture so that it will drop back. That little bit of blue in there just makes the white drop back. I'm also going to add a little bit of white, pure white on these, just so they'll come forward a little bit of those behind. Now for these Bluebonnets in the foreground, I'm using cobalt blue. It's a little different blue, and it comes forward of the ultramarine. So I'm coming in here and adding texture and color onto these. Add some darks in there. Going out and bluebonnet hunting in the spring is a Texas ritual. Oh, and a good wildflower year, we don't have good ones every year, so when it's a good year, oh my goodness. In 2010, we had an amazing wildflower year. Jack and I would quit every afternoon about 3 o'clock. We'd wash our brushes, grab the cameras, and take off. We went down all the little back roads around where we lived. Oh my gosh, it was just amazing. Found some beautiful fields. Now I'm using pure white on these because I want them to come forward of those in the background. Every baby that's grown up in Texas, probably somewhere in their family album, is a picture of them in a field of bluebonnets. They're just a happy little flower. I certainly love them. Our previous home in Floresville, which was southeast of San Antonio, our home was surrounded by bluebonnets. We didn't realize when we bought it, but when we had that really pretty spring in 2010, it's like we were just in the middle of the ocean. Jack would go out and pick a bunch of bluebonnets and bring them in and set them up on my easel, and I'd have bluebonnets right beside me. And I could look out the windows and see them out in the distance. You're not supposed to pick them, but since they were in our yard, we figured it was okay. There's those bluebonnets. I'm going to put a little bit of just highlights on the leaves in here. They have kind of a star-shaped leaf where the sun's hitting those. Just catching them. Put a little bit more dark in here just to differentiate those two from each other. And there we've got our bluebonnets embellished. Thank you again for watching my YouTube video. I really appreciate you. Feel free to ask questions and visit my blog. The address is on the final frame of the YouTube video, and subscribe to my channel. You have a wonderful, wonderful day and happy painting.